And what are we told by world leaders? They will tell us one day, as expressed, by the way, by the US President Biden just 2 days ago during his visit to Palestine. He told us that perhaps one day we will achieve our rights, one day peace will prevail, one day the two-state solution will happen. One day we may enjoy the same rights as others. One day. In the meantime, my friends, we are supposed to do what exactly? That's the question. What are we supposed to do? Sit and watch as Israel steals more and more of our land, of its illegal settlements. Sit and watch as our people are brutalized and discriminated against, as our children grow up without hope for their futures, as our refugees are left scrabbling for the barest means of survival. One day is not good enough. It isn't good enough. That Israel exception has done untold damage. It has even brought the world apartheid 2.0, the new apartheid of the world, as mentioned by previous speakers. It is almost impossible to believe that after the world joined forces to end apartheid South Africa, it has only sat and watched as apartheid Israel continues its law breaking. I can assure you, my friends, had the world reacted at any point over the past 74 years to Israel's crimes the way it has reacted to the invasion of Ukraine, we would not be here right now today. So, my friends, it does not have to be this way. It does not have to be that the US helps Israel cover up, whitewash every single crime, including Israel's assassination of the Palestinian prominent journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. You know the statement from the US State Department only recently that they have inconclusive evidence about the murder of Shireen Abu Akleh, that the bullet was severely damaged, whitewashing, covering up, as we have experienced over 70 odd years. When in fact, Shireen Abu Akleh is a Palestinian American citizen. She's a US citizen to start with. The US is willing to go that far to protect, to shield Israel from accountability. It does not have to be that the UK, the United Kingdom, rewards Israel, not even hold Israel accountable, reward Israel with more trade and arms deals as happened this year. And if you go and read the strategic memorandum of understanding, you will see the unconditional trade and arms deals with Israel. It does not have to be that the UK, the US, Western governments continue shielding Israel from any scrutiny by the international system, including the ICC, as mentioned earlier. It does not have to be that the Prime Minister of the UK issues a public letter committing that Israel will not be sent to the ICC and that the Palestinians will not have access to the International Criminal Court. Only a couple of weeks after the invasion of Ukraine, the UK was leading the efforts to take Russia to the ICC. This is exactly how the international system will be undermined, will break down. It does not have to be that these governments are still shielding Israel even from you, from global citizens like you, from global citizens attempting to use their pockets to mark the illegality. As you are following in the UK Parliament now, the attempts to actually stifle and prevent anyone from divesting or actually using their own means to make sure that they are in solidarity with the people under oppression. We can look, however, my friends, we can look to the anti-apartheid movement of the 70s and 80s that brought apartheid South Africa to an end as a model for moving forward. All of us, ordinary people, grassroots organizations, and the global human rights sector have all come together to the same conclusion. Israel's crime can no longer go unpunished, like in South Africa, like during the apartheid time of South Africa and the struggle. Rights activists like you, members of parliaments like you, cultural celebrities and singers and musicians, and all over, concerned citizens, politicians, community leaders. We must join forces, my friends, to pressure governments here in the US, in Europe, and elsewhere, because it is these governments around the world, notably in the US and the UK, by the way, that are protecting Israel And if we are serious about change, we need to convince those governments that this protection, this Israeli exceptionalism, this Israel above the law, this culture of impunity is doing no one any favors. It's doing no one any favors, including the Israelis. And this is not just for the sake of the Palestinian people, my friends, though of course we are the ones suffering the Israeli crimes. This is for the sake of a better world, one in which all are treated equally, none are discriminated against, and laws are enforced even against the powerful. Even, that's the whole idea of law. That's the whole idea of enforcement, even against the powerful, even against your friends. Don't pick and choose. This is not cherry picking that you enforce the law when it is your foe, but you absolutely make mockery of the law when it is your friend. Only that way, my friends, lies a better tomorrow for all of us, one in which the great disparities in wealth and rights that we are seeing all around the world, all around us, can begin to be addressed. Only that way we truly honor the memory of those who perished in the past, whether in Palestine or in Europe or elsewhere during the horrors of World War II, the horrors that led to the attempt to create a new global rules-based order that protect all of us, that treat all of us equally. So my friends, I will end here. Palestine is still the issue. It is the issue. It is time we changed the reality. It is time to speak up, as you started, as the slogan of your meeting. It is time to speak up about Palestine, loud, clear, and relentless. Thank you. Thank you very much.